What up, dog? This is GRag with BrownHiccup, the home of saying stupid things while I'm playing different games. Today, we're taking a look at Ready or Not, my favorite loadout within the game. Alright, let's get into it. Once I'm in the locker room, I choose the MK16 with the hollow sight. The Elotech's gotta be hands down the best one in the game. I rock the suppressor, and I put on the angled grip because what are you doing with that vertical grip or that combat grip, man? That shit looks super sus. I'm going to have you put a pin in this, but lastly I go ahead and equip the flashlight for the underbarrel. For the secondary weapon, I do use the M45. Maybe you say the M45 Alpha Uno. Let me know in the comments section below if you do. If I have to draw down on my secondary weapon, it's probably not a situation where a suppressor is going to be necessary. Plus, the large suppressor is pretty large. Being that that is the size of the gun, I go ahead and skip out on that, put the compensator on because we're all making up for a little something, am I right? So taking a pin out of that, we're going to go ahead and put the laser pointer on the sidearm because we don't need the flashlight since we have that equipped on the primary weapon. So those are the two that I found to be the most effective so far within the game. Leave a comment below, what is your favorite build, and do you say MK16, MK16, M45A1, M45 Alpha Uno? Get on that keyboard, man. Let me know. Regardless of how wrong you think that I pronounce things, we're going to move down the list here to the long tactical. When I have AI as my teammates, I select the breaching shotgun. If you're playing with people, I'd take this opportunity to coordinate with them. Let them know what you're using to see if there's something more efficient that the team needs. Moving on down to the protection slot here, you got an anti-stab vest, light and heavy armor. You can also choose if you want your plates in the front only, front or rear, and if you select the heavy armor, you can do a front, rear, and sides. Choosing one of these three really comes down to two variables for me: mobility and player skill, right? I want to be able to move around, but I'm absolute dog shit at the game, so I'm going to choose that Goldilocks stage and select the light armor. And choosing what to fill Goldilocks with, you got three plate types: Kevlar, ceramic, or steel. Each of these provide you with a different level of protection, and in case you missed what I said before, just to reiterate the absolute dog shit that I am, I always select the highest protection with the steel plates. So just to circle back, we got the primary MK16, the MK16. I use the Elotech, the hollow sight, along with the suppressor, the angled grip, and the flashlight. For the sidearm, we got the M45A1, the M45 Alpha Uno. For the extras we throw on there, red dot, compensator, and laser pointer. I very often use the breaching shotgun, the Goldilocks armor, and the heaviest plates, the steel training wheels for my operator here. Now, Mrs. Goldie gives us 13 slots to mess around with, and with those, most of my selection goes towards additional mags for the primary weapon. Now, the game does give you two selections for bullet type, APs and JHPs. The JHPs are a little bit stronger than the AP rounds, so I put the JHPs into my primary, about 5 to 6 slots there. For the secondary, I usually choose 2 slots, loading those magazines up with the AP rounds. Once I have all that squared away, I go ahead and choose the grenades. You can equip more than one type, however, I don't use the gas or the stingers. I strictly stick to the flashbangs. I find them to be the safest and the most effective way to clear out the objective. Now, the grenades are only good if they are actually used. Now, I'm saying that because personally, I always forget to actually utilize the flashbangs. Another thing I forget is to get a clip of the deployable menu for you guys. In the deployable menu, you do have a few to choose from. My favorite is the lockpick gun. It just gives you the additional stealth that you may need during the mission. Now, for your safety goggles that you get to pick from, you have the nods, the gas mask, the anti-flash, and the bullet protectors. Now, I'm not standing around throwing the flashbangs at myself. I don't use the gas grenades, so the NVGs and the ballistics are really the only ones that make sense for me to use. Recently, our dogs at Ready or Not went ahead and put out an update that gives you the option to go ahead and save presets, allowing you to quickly switch so you spend more time playing and less time customizing. So to run through it again really quickly, the MK16, the M45, breaching shotgun, Goldilocks armor, training wheel steels, the JHPs, APs, flashbangs, lockpick, and ballistics face mask. If you want to get super tactical, you could spend the time to customize your AI teammate loadout as well. And again, don't be like me and forget to use your flashbangs. Also, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Subscribe to BrownHiccup where you can hear me, GRag, say stupid things while I play different games. Thanks for clicking.
Be good, brother.